this evening. First, cash for the holidays. The government races to distribute $100,000 cash grants to 300,000 citizens before year-end. But is the process moving fast enough for everyone? First, festive pay rise. Public servants are in for a holiday bonus with retroactive salary increases. Find out what other benefits are on the way. Also, road rage in South Rheinfeld. Protests erupt over crumbling infrastructure. See how residents force swift action from government officials. And election integrity under fire. The PNCR raises concerns about outdated voter verification systems and calls for high-tech solutions to protect Ghana's democracy. Finally, immigration status check in Texas hospitals. A controversial new rule sparks debate in the United States. What does this mean for undocumented patients? Stay tuned for these stories and more coming up on tonight's broadcast. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for November 29th, 2024. I'm Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, the government plans to distribute approximately 300,000 one-off cash grants of $100,000 to Guyanese citizens before the end of 2024. This is according to People's Progressive Party General Secretary Dr. Bart Jagdeo. Speaking at one of his weekly press conferences at Freedom House yesterday, Dr. Jagdeo emphasized that the initiative prioritizes public servants and pensioners, with distribution continuing into the new year for the remaining eligible citizens. The process involves registration, verification, check issuance, and distribution at designated community hubs. Registration requires a valid ID or passport, and photos of applicants and their documents will be taken to ensure and prevent fraud. Assembly recently approved $30.5 billion for the program, aimed at benefiting all citizens 18 years and older. Technical teams are prepared to register up to 300,000 individuals by year-end, with systems in place to issue approximately 20,000 checks daily. Dr. Jagdeo assured that every eligible individual will receive their grant, with the Audit Office overseeing the process to ensure transparency and accountability. In similar news, public servants in Ghana are set to receive a salary hike retroactive to January 1st, 2024 as part of their December paycheck. General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, Dr. Bart Jagdeo, announced this during his press conference on Thursday. The move aims to provide financial relief ahead of the festive season. Additionally, public servants will benefit from the $100,000 cash grant previously promised by President Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali. This follows a series of government measures to support public workers, including a 6.5% retroactive salary increase in 2023 and annual increases. This follows a series of government measures to support public workers, including a 6.5% retroactive salary increase in 2023 and annual increases since 2021. Other initiatives include higher income tax thresholds, reinstated year-end bonuses for discipline services, expanded cash grants for parents of school-age children. These efforts reflect the ongoing commitment to improving the livelihoods of. On a different note, residents of South Rheinfeld staged a protest on Thursday evening, blocking sections of Aubrey Barker Road with fires and debris to draw attention to the road's worsening condition. The residents claim that heavy trucks from ongoing construction works linked to the housing development are responsible for daily damage, making the road nearly impassable for smaller vehicles. Following the protest, an excavator was sent to fill some of the holes in the road as a quick fix. However, in response, Minister of Public Works Bishop One Edgehill and Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell met with residents this morning. Minister Edgehill announced that a contract for the road's upgrade has already been awarded, with works set to begin next week. Meanwhile, Minister Colin Crowell assured residents that temporary maintenance would keep the road accessible. The ministers acknowledged the inconvenience caused by living near a construction zone and called for patience as the government works to improve infrastructure in the area. Stick around when we return. PNCR calls for clean voters list and criticizes government's cash grant rollout. And U.S. Exim Bank approves loan for Ghana's gas to energy project.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we've got the most wonderful deals. Get the perfect gift from Digicel. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,900, the A25 for $37,900, or treat yourself to the S24 Ultra for only $205,000. And that's not all. Every phone comes with a free 30-day data plan. Don't wait. These holiday savings won't last forever. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
It is the biggest sale of the year going down right here at Clearance, always keeping you in style. The 29th of November 2024 Black Friday sale where you get half off store-wide. Get half off all your top brands like your Kenneth Cole and Dockers footwear, Puma and Nike sneakers, men's suits, shirts, Levi jeans, and jerseys. Get half off on ladies' footwear, handbags, dresses, tops, working suits, and so much more. So keep the date in mind, November 29th, 2024, right here at Clearance, half off store-wide. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for do a surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. Here's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinate soak for all you wanna know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, jerk seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
We are back. Our holiday specials are here. From now until December 6th, enjoy our exclusive Christmas packages. Get one service free when you book 3 services, complimentary mattress cleaning with any yard power washing service, free small carpet cleaning with every chair set cleaning and steaming. Connect with us on Facebook and Instagram or visit us at 3430 Jacksonville, North Rumble, Georgetown. You can also give us a call on 689-7558, 646-0405, or 639-6365. Start your holiday preparations early with Fortune Investment Company and let us make your season shine.
GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. It is the civic duty and legal responsibility of all persons who meet the eligibility requirements to apply for registration. By doing so, you will be ensuring that you are issued a national identification card and be included in the official lists of electors for future elections, providing you meet all eligibility criteria. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, contact GCOM on 225-027729 or visit the website www.gcom.org.gy.
Welcome back. During their weekly press conference today, the People's National Congress Reform raised concerns about the integrity of Ghana's voters' registration system, particularly the use of outdated photos for voter verification. The party argues that their reliance on pictures from as far back as 2008, combined with manual facial recognition, opens the door for errors and potential fraud. They are calling for implementing more modern biometric verification methods, such as fingerprint scanning, to ensure the integrity of the electoral process. In addition, the PNCR has expressed frustration with the government's handling of the $100,000 cash grant program. While President Ali had promised swift distribution, many Guyanese are facing delays, with the process moving much slower than expected. The PNCR is critical of the need for more planning and infrastructure to handle the distribution, especially given the large number of checks issued in December. They warn that the banking system may be overwhelmed and call for a more structured approach, prioritizing low-income regions and needy citizens. Moving on, the U.S. Export-Import Bank, Exim Bank, has approved a loan for Ghana's flagship gas-to-energy project in Wales Region 3. The loan application will now proceed to the U.S. Congress for a 30-day review before final approval by the bank's board. Announcing the development, Vice President Dr. Barry Jagdeo said the government initially sought $646 million, but is set to receive over $500 million to fund U.S. exports for the project. Retroactive financing for approximately $400 million already spent by the government. The ambitious project involves a 200-kilometer pipeline transporting natural gas from the Liza Destiny and Liza Unity offshore fields to an onshore facility, and a 225-kilometer extension to a natural gas liquid plant in Wales. The project is expected to cut the energy cost in half. The aim is to boost Guyana's economy, attract investment, and create jobs. In partnership with ExxonMobil, the government is developing the infrastructure to ensure stable and affordable electricity for citizens. November 29 marks International Women's Human Rights Defenders Day, honoring women advocating for equality while facing unique challenges like gender-based violence and threats. More from Malcolm Carter.
Today, November 29th, marks International Women's Human Rights Defenders Day, celebrating the courage and dedication of women advocating for human rights and gender equality. Established in 2006, the day acknowledges critical role of women human rights defenders and the unique challenges they face. Being celebrated under the theme Invest in Women's and Girls' Leadership and Participation for Peace, these defenders include activists addressing racial discrimination, LGBTQ+ rights, and reproductive freedoms, among others. Despite their vital contributions, they are disproportionately subjected to gender-based violence, sexual harassment, and threats, particularly in regions with entrenched patriarchal norms. The day serves as a reminder of the systemic injustices women challenge globally and their tireless efforts to uphold fundamental freedoms and rights across social, political, and economic spheres. The day serves as a reminder of the systemic injustices women challenge globally and their tireless efforts to uphold fundamental freedoms and rights across social, political, and economic spheres. The day serves as a reminder of the systemic injustices women challenge globally and their tireless efforts to uphold fundamental freedoms and rights across social, political, and economic spheres. International Women's Human Rights Defenders Day amplifies their voices, urging global solidarity in the fight for justice and equality. Reporting for Headline News Update, Malcolm Carter.
Thanks, Malcolm. Don't go away after the break. UK assisted dying law. Member of Parliament vote on bill to allow terminally ill to end lives, and Venezuela approves bill targeting domestic supporters of US sanctions.
This Christmas, Digicel is bringing you the gift of millions. 10 lucky customers will become millionaires for Christmas. Top up $1,000 or more for your chance to win $1 million. Turn your Christmas into a celebration of cash and cheer. 2 new millionaires every week. The countdown to Christmas millions is on. Top up $1,000 or more today for your chance to win. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl forget things.
Who's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for do a surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoons, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoons Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
We are back. Our holiday specials are here. From now until December 6th, enjoy our exclusive Christmas packages. Get one service free when you book tray services, complimentary mattress cleaning with any yard power washing service, free small carpet cleaning with every chair set cleaning and steaming. Connect with us on Facebook and Instagram or visit us at 3430 Jacksonville, North Rumboldt, Georgetown. You can also give us a call on 689-7558, 646-0405, or 639-6365. Start your holiday preparations early with Fortune Investment Company and let us make your season shine.
It is the biggest sale of the year going down right here at Clearance, always keeping you in style. The 29th of November 2024 Black Friday sale where you get half off store-wide. Get half off all your top brands like your Kenneth Cole and Dockers footwear, Puma and Nike sneakers, men's suits, shirts, Levi jeans, and jerseys. Get half off on ladies' footwear, handbags, dresses, tops, working suits, and so much more. So keep the date in mind, November 29th, 2024, right here at Clearance, half off store-wide. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
The Guyana Elections Commission GECOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31st, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. Types of transactions. Anyone eligible for registration is required to visit the registration office responsible for his or her area of residence to apply for registration. Persons who are already registered could apply for a name change if they have changed their names since they were last registered. Apply for corrections if there is incorrect information on their national ID cards. Persons who are desirous of conducting any of the above transactions must provide the relevant supporting documents. Persons who are already registered could request that their photographs be retaken if the quality of the photographs on their ID cards is unacceptable. Collect their new ID cards if they have not done so as yet. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, please contact GECOM on the following hotline numbers: 225-027729, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GECOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world.
Good evening, I'm Malcolm Carter and welcome to tonight's regional and international news. Venezuela's National Assembly approved the Simon Bolivar Liberator Law, imposing harsh penalties on individuals supporting U.S. sanctions against President Nicolas Maduro's government. The law enforces prison sentences of 25 to 30 years, bans sanctioned officials from office for up to 60 years, and imposes steep fines or shutdowns on media supporting Sanchez. Critics claim the law targets political opposition who contest Maduro's disputed presidential election win, citing present data favoring opposition leader Edmundo Gonzalez. Protests and international pressure have mounted, with the US recognizing Gonzalez as Venezuela's rightful leader and imposing new sanctions. Gonzalez plans to return despite potential detention. The 90th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City faced interruptions as pro-Palestinian protesters briefly halted the procession. Demonstrators blocked the Ronald McDonald balloon, highlighting civilian casualties in Gaza and calling for an arms embargo against Israel. They displayed banners and carried Palestinian flags, targeting McDonald's over its Israel subsidiary's military meal donations. Police arrested 21 protesters, quickly clearing the route. Despite the delay, the parade continued with 22 giant balloons, 34 floats, and live performances by stars like Indina Menzel. The event, a Thanksgiving tradition, draws millions of viewers nationwide annually. Meanwhile, government-funded hospitals in the U.S. state of Texas have been ordered to collect information about their patients' immigration status. Al Jazeera's Heidi Zucastro reports.
51-year-old Celia Escovedo cleans other people's houses every day, from dawn until dusk.
As a single parent, I have to do the work of a mother and a father. I also have grandchildren I'm raising.
The work can be grueling, and Escovedo fears an accident or illness could send her to the hospital, where starting this month, she'll be asked about her immigration status. She's an undocumented immigrant from Mexico. And now, by order of the Texas governor, that information will be collected by hospital workers and shared with state authorities.
Hospitals in the United States are required by federal law to give emergency medical treatment to anyone who needs the help, regardless of whether they can pay or of their immigration status. That remains unchanged here in Texas. But undocumented immigrants who need help in Texas will have to take on a new possible risk.
That's the risk of deportation, Escovedo says, amplified by President-elect Donald Trump's promise to deport millions after he returns to the White House.
Have all the hospitals said how
Gloria Leal leads the League of United Latin American Citizens of Texas and opposes the hospital policy.
The concern for LULAC is that undocumented will not visit the hospitals or obtain care. People can die.
But she fears this is only the beginning of more anti-immigrant policies to come.
Thank you very much. Wow.
She says despite the majority of Texas Latinos voting for Trump in this election, they may suffer blowback in the form of racial profiling from the government. Meanwhile, Escovedo says she's not giving in to fear. She wants to set an example for her daughter, an Austin college student who is proud of her mother.
A lot of the hard work around our communities is built from immigrants, specifically the Latin community.
The family says the next 4 years may be dark, but they'll manage. They've already been here for decades. Heidi Jo Castro, Al Jazeera, Austin, Texas.
Finally, British MPs are preparing to vote on a proposed law that would allow some terminally ill patients to end their own lives. Opponents say that it could be a threat to vulnerable people who may be pressured into assisted suicide. Al Jazeera's Sonia Gallego reports.
What is the value of a life well lived and a good death? It is a question that Elise Burns has been forced to face. Diagnosed with terminal cancer with no prospect of recovery, she lives with its effects every single day.
I'd been suffering with symptoms for about 7 or 8 months, various symptoms of a very bad cough, rib pain from coughing so much. I could not breathe properly. It turned out it was cancer, widespread cancer of the lungs, liver and bone.
Elise has made the decision to go to an assisted dying facility in Switzerland before her condition worsens. But helping someone end their lives is illegal under English law and carries a penalty of up to 14 years in prison. Those in favour of the proposed law say it provides strict guidelines. A candidate would need to be an adult with 6 months or less to live, and it would require the approval of 2 doctors and a High Court judge. Critics say that's not enough, and what's needed is better care for people in their final months.
There is another question at stake. Should the end of a person's life be sanctioned by the state? Disability activists say that in a world where inequality is rife, this could lead to some feeling the pressure that their lives are simply too much of a burden. And coercion would be extremely difficult to prove, especially where the vulnerable are concerned.
Writer Lucy Webster, who has cerebral palsy, says weaknesses in the social and healthcare systems put those with disabilities at a particular disadvantage.
We have to take into account everything we know about how we treat disabled people when we talk about this bill. And what we know about how we treat disabled people is that they are really high risk of abuse. Sometimes the coercion comes from the doctor. And this is the bit that people do not want to talk about.
Those in favour argue that it is a question of shortening a painful death. But those against say there is no price that can be placed on preserving a life. Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera, London.
Thanks, Malcolm. This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3D Weather Forecast. And that's it to be 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. We will be off for the weekend, but you can tune in on Monday at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other, and do have a wonderful weekend.